Hi. As I had informed all of you that this is mainly to help you, find out or access material that is available online. And I'll be sharing different resources for all the four sub skills like listening, reading, writing, and speaking, which you will be able to use. But what I'm going to share today is not OET tests. Okay, there are two things that you need to work on when you are preparing for any language test, whether it is OET or IELTS. Test taking skills and the English skills, the language skills. Now, as far as test taking skills are concerned, whatever we have on our student portal is more than enough, believe me, because we have been using this for years and a lot of students have cleared OET with this. So, as far as test taking skills are concerned, whatever we have available on student portal is enough for you to learn the exam format, to learn how to apply the strategies in the actual exam and get the desired score. Now, the second question comes is what if I want to practice beyond what is available on Acumen's student portal? That's when, from my general observation and from other teachers' observations, we have seen that it is the YouTube that most of the students go to. And because YouTube is not, regularized or authenticated by OET, there are hundreds and thousands of videos and test materials which is not authentic. So if you want to use YouTube, okay, what you should look for is whether the video that you are watching or the material that you are practicing, does it come from OET premium preparation provider? That is what OET has set as a benchmark for students to know that from a lot of material that is available online, which one is good one, which one meets the exam standards, which one is as per the OET's test format. Now, a lot of material available on YouTube has tests which are not as per the OET format. And because of that, I've seen a lot of students misguided. They feel that, okay, when I do it on YouTube, I'm getting 36, 37 out of 42 in reading. But when they go for actual exam, they end up getting 20, 21. This is mainly because the material is not authentic and not standard. So when searching anything on YouTube, wherever you come across, like any videos or any material, search if that particular content developer, you can see their YouTube channel's name. For example, if it says Acumen, so it is, Acumen's YouTube channel. If it says SLC, that means that it is SLC's YouTube channel. So go to the Google and search if that particular provider is OET premium preparation provider or not. Now, apart from what is available on YouTube, there is a lot of other material which I said is a test, not the test taking skills, but improving your English. So that is what I'm going to share with all of you today. I'll start my screen sharing now and discuss different options that are available online, and all of them are for free. So you don't have to pay anything for practicing on these platforms. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, great. So I'll be doing, two things. I'll be first showing you the how it looks like if you when you go onto the Google and search it. Please also write down these links or sites in your book as well. So if you go to Google and search Future Learn, okay, this is basically an online platform where a lot of universities, even like Cambridge University, has put out their courses, and a lot of them are free courses. So go to Future Learn, and here in search online courses, type English for healthcare. And here you can see this. This is the course developed by King's College London. So you know that it is reliable. Okay? And Future Learn platform itself is a reliable one. Now, if you go to the course, like for my data browser here, I'm already logged in, so that is why it directly shows this section. But generally, if you go, it wouldn't show you. Okay, let me show you what would be the look if I sign out, so that you'll get a clarity. Okay, so I'm signed out now. And again, I will search English for healthcare. And here it would ask you to join the course. Can you see here? It is a 4-week course and approximately 12 hours of study material. Click here, join the course, and it will ask you to register. Now, what I usually do is I don't create different login IDs for all the different platforms because I'm very bad at remembering IDs and passwords. So I look for this option here. Is it possible for me to register with the Google? And then I go for that option because when I click this, register with Google, it automatically shows me my email address, which is there on Google, and I can register with the same address without setting a new ID and password. Okay, so now I'm enrolled in the course. Now it will tell me get full access to course. Now, basically, what does this mean is like if you want to practice it, let's say for a year. Now, this particular course is a very short course. Like here, if I'm starting on 24th, okay, it is possible for me to complete it by 10th March. So for doing this much, I don't need to pay. I can do it even without paying it. Okay. So I would say, okay, you can send me the details and go ahead. Did you get it? So I don't have to pay anything. It is for free. Now here it will show you the whole curriculum. Welcome to week 1, it says. And if you go to week 1, you have different welcome videos. And here it also says how to use this article. Sorry, how to use this course. There is an article which gives you suggestions on how you should be using it. Then if you see in the next week, week 2 here, you have listening activity, you have a grammar activity, another listening activity. And if you see, these are quite, the common prompts that you need for OET speaking as well, like giving advice, asking questions. And if you go to this, see, it will give you different activities. Now, again, it will ask you to upgrade, but don't go with upgrade. There's no need to upgrade. You just have to continue with what you are doing at the moment. Now here, because it will be opening on a particular date, I'm not able to open it at the moment. Okay, so this will open as we go ahead. Once you have completed week 1 on 25th February, week 2 will open for you. So you have one entire week to do that 3 hours of activities within that particular section. And then within it, as I said, there are activities on grammar, reading, listening. So all of this activities will help you improve your listening skills, improve your understanding of grammar, and also to improve your reading skills because it has some reading questions as well. So this was one resource I wanted to share with all of you. It's almost a 4-week course and it has a 12-hour of study material in it. And I can vouch for the quality that you will be getting because I have myself used courses shared on Future Learn because they also develop courses for teachers. Okay, so I have learned from courses that are available for teachers, and it is a really good quality. And you also know that it is developed by King's College London. So again, it gives you a surety that whatever you are looking at is authentic and will be helpful in practicing. Let me know if you have any question about this platform, then I'll move on to a different one.
Ma'am, how to join this course? We have to go to Future Learn, and then
Yeah, you
we
have
have.
to search in Google Future Learn and
Mhm.
then look for their website. Look for English for Healthcare course. Like this is their front page. Okay, if you
Okay,
search Future Learn, this is their front page. It says futurelearn.com.
okay, ma'am.
Then go to search online courses and type English for Healthcare.
Okay, ma'am.
Right? Okay. Any other question? Anyone? There's no need to upgrade, so don't. Yeah, it like it. Just because the course is designed in a way where it is to be done bit by bit. So yeah, you cannot have everything at the same time. Okay. Now another resource. Now this one actually is embedded in our website as well, and I'm sure some of you might have seen it, but let me show you once again. What I'm sharing is now our student portal, and as you can see on student portal, if you go to speaking course, there is this skill building activities. There is this section on our student portal which says skill building activities. Just before your curriculum for weeks starts. This is the curriculum we have been using in the class. Above that, you have skill building activities. Now, in skill building activities, if you see there is a chapter on pronunciation, pitch, and rhythm. Click on this, and you will see that there is another platform that is opening in a different Google Chrome window. And this is another platform like Future Learn. The name of the platform is English Central, but don't search directly through this. You are less likely to find because it has a lot of different variety of courses. Instead, directly go from our student portal so that it will be easy for you to search. Now here you have a course specifically on medical English for doctors. Although it says doctors, it is not limited to doctors. It is equally useful for nursing candidates as well. And then you can see there are different chapters given here. Right now, currently I'm logged in. So if I will click on this particular chapter, the sub chapters will open up and it says how to begin the encounter. Now, what I like most about this platform is it has lots of videos and I'll show you how to use them. I'll just share the sound as well so it's easier for you to follow. Okay, now see here for each activity that you are getting, there are 4 sections here. Watch the video, learn the words, speak the lines, and chat about video. Now, only this last function, chat about video, is paid. But for using the other three functions, you don't have to pay anything. So again, no need of subscribing or no need of getting a paid subscription for this. You just have to just like we did it with Google. You have to open it with a Google account. So I'll now show you how it looks like. Can you see it here? So after I click on skill building activities, this is what opens up. And it says here English for doctors. And if like here, as you can see, I'm logged in, but if you are not logged in, it will ask you to sign up. The same way as we did for Future Learn, you have to sign up with your Google account. Don't create new ID or password, just sign up with Google. Once you have signed in, you will be able to see these chapters opening up. And they are all particularly for speaking. So this course will be basically helpful in improving your speaking skills, but along with that, the added benefit you will get is the listening skills. So if I click on receiving the patient and beginning of a patient and
Good evening. Miss Staples, isn't it?
So here you can see that it will be opening with a video. And along with the video, you have subtitles here. And if you find that the video is very fast, there is this tortoise here. If you click on that, the video will go slow. Okay, so for example, right now, this is a normal.
I hope I'm not disturbing you.
I hope I'm not disturbing you. It went really fast. Now, if I click on this tortoise, it would go slow.
I hope I'm not disturbing you. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
Right? And if I want to slow down it further, again, click on it.
I hope I'm not disturbing you.
Is it audible to all of you clearly? Is it clear enough?
Yes,
is it-
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. So once you have heard this, what you need, like, there might be possibilities that some of the words that you come across, you might not be aware of them. So you just click on that word.
Disturbing.
It will show you the definition here. Okay. So such handy tools. And then you continue. Now, watch this video.
I hope I'm not disturbing you.
And then the next step for you will be to learn the new words. So here you have 5 new words: probably, lottery, consultant, disturbing, registrar. Okay. Now, if you know these words, just go to all words and then it will be showing you the transcript and how these words were actually used in a sentence. And then here it says, speak the lines. Now, this is the function I like the most because here you can actually speak this line and the computer, the website, will be recording your voice and it will give you feedback on how good your pronunciation was, whether your rhythm was good enough, whether your pitch was good enough or not. I'll show you how to do it.
I hope I'm not disturbing you.
Right now it says, I hope I'm not disturbing you. Now what I need to do next is click on this microphone and record myself. I hope I'm not disturbing you. Yeah, here it says 83%, which means
No, you're not disturbing me.
this means I still need to improve my pronunciation. I need to be clearer. I need to improve my pitch and rhythm. So I'll speak the next line again and see how much the score is. Until it gives 100%, I should keep practicing. Now, this will help me not just for improving my pronunciation and pitch, but also in becoming more fluent because I will be speaking the whole line and that is in context. I hope I'm not disturbing you, for example. Now, this particular example is such a useful example. Like if you want to talk to the patient when you go home or if they are in hospital, okay, and if you want to start the conversation, you can start the conversation by saying, "Hello, Miss Smith. I hope I'm not disturbing you." Right? So it is kind of a wholesome course which will help you learn everything about speaking. And because it has different sections to it, this is just about beginning the conversation. So you have different expressions for beginning the conversation. If you go to other sections here in receiving patient, it says asking the opening question. Okay, again click on that.
Good morning. Mr. Mahoney, isn't it? Come in and have a seat.
Yeah, one phrase at a time it is saying.
Yeah, right. Sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Mahoney. Oh, thank you, Doctor. You know, I've been sitting there for nearly an hour. Yes, I do apologize. We're running a little late this morning. That's all right. Can't.
Okay, so these phrases are extremely useful. Now, again, let us practice this speak the lines. Okay, and I want to particularly practice this line because this can be useful to me when I'm late in meeting the patient or if my consultation is running a little late and the patient had to wait. So I'll select this particular line.
Good morning. Mr. Mahoney, isn't it? Yes, I do apologize. We're running a little late this morning.
Right, so now I will be speaking this line and let's see how the feedback is. Yes, I do apologize. We are running a little late this morning. Right, and it says great job, 82%.
Now then,
Keep practicing until you get 100%. Okay, so this platform, is it clear to all of you now? See, it has basically the same functionality in different sections of the consultation. Like if you are planning a treatment, if you are discussing sensitive information, discussing serious issues, breaking bad news, if you are talking to an elderly patient, each one of them has subsections into it. So you can learn new words, you can learn its pronunciation, you can improve your listening skills, and you can get feedback on your pronunciation, pitch, and rhythm. And that is all for free, okay? You don't have to pay anything for this. Am I not audible, guys? I just saw the chat box. Am I not audible? Is it very slow?
You are audible, ma'am, but in between only the voice is getting like, breaking. Voice is breaking.
I see. Okay. Okay, let me check things. Okay, if I'm audible clear enough now. Or is it still breaking in between?
No, ma'am, you are audible clearly.
No, ma'am, audible.
Okay, okay, fine. Yeah, okay. So any questions about the platform that I just shared? The link to that is available directly in our student portal. It says speaking skill building activities. Go to speaking skill building activities and pitch, pronunciation, and rhythm is the name of the chapter. It will take you to the website and there you can practice all these skills and functionalities as I showed you just now. Any question about this?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
No, ma'am.
Perfect. Okay. So
Ma'am,
let us now. Yeah.
I just wanted to ask uh, that this is possible only those who have access to student portal, right?
Okay, I'll
Like
show
this
you.
link.
I'll show you how to use it without if even if you don't have access to student portal, what you can do is I'll just show you how. Um, yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So if you don't have access to student portal, then go to Google and type English Central Good Practice. Okay, English Central Good Practice. And it will show you the results here. Medical English for doctors. If you directly go on to englishcentral.com, the course is not, you will not be able to see it because it is hidden. So only if you will type using this key, you will be able to get access to this, right? And then it will ask you to sign in. Just sign in with Google. No need of creating a new account. Okay, so those of you who don't have access to student portal, you can still access this course. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, okay. Umar, about your question related to a test, 20 test that you, are you talking about the OET test, the exact test format, just like OET? Yeah, so for that, you can search online and you can purchase the material. It is not available for free, I'm afraid. You can find some resources on Facebook groups and there are some ways through which you can get to it, but I'll just share some of the books maybe you can search for. Yeah, okay. Okay, so some of the good books in the market are OET official test guide by Cambridge. Okay, this has two complete sets, like listening, reading, writing, and speaking, all four. But this is particularly for nursing students. So all the question papers that you have within it are designed for nursing candidates. Reading, listening test you can do for because it is for all professions, but the writing and speaking is only for nursing candidates in this book. Then there is another book called Official Guide by Kaplan. This also has two tests in it. And if this one also has some medical, some material for medicine students as well, writing and speaking. Yeah. So these are, the things available that you can opt for. The other things are given directly to premium preparation providers. So whatever like we have embedded it in our course, and depending on which course you are on, the number of tests can be increased. And anything else that you are finding, like it is also possible to use OET's official YouTube channel. Okay, so here on OET's YouTube channel, you will see a lot of videos on reading and listening exams as well, and there you can find some questions, but not a full test as yet. So there can be some practice questions that you can practice through, but it doesn't have the full test as such. Okay. Close it now. Okay. Next one is for reading. But again, when I say reading, it is not limited to reading. Okay. You can practice various modules here. So name of this website is Help. And I'll just show you how you can find it. Type medical English in Google and go for Help. It will show you website called Help. Or I can do one thing, I'll share the link in the chat box. You'll be able to copy from the chat box and save it or bookmark it. Okay, now how you can utilize this particular website is, as you can see here, it has different courses. If you go to dashboard, see here, medical competence, module 1, module 3, module 8, 9, 18. So these are the different sections within one particular course that I have enrolled in. But there are multiple courses. If you go to courses, you can see here, there are multiple courses available, right? What you need to do next is go to the course, okay, medical competence, go to the first module, hospital procedures, and here you can see that you have first, you have the objectives, how this particular chapter is going to help you. So here it says you will be able to take patient's family and medical history. So this particular chapter would help you with the questioning techniques and information gathering techniques. Click the next, and you have some pronunciation activities, learning new words. And if you click on here, you can also see how that particular word, like here, triage, right? So if you click on this,
Triage.
it will
Triage.
show you exactly how that is pronounced. Then the next, you have activity. Like here, as you can see, it is a 2.5-minute trek, just like you have in the listening part A, where you have to listen to a consultation. So here it says a patient arrives at a clinic with a health issue, listen to dialogue between a nurse and a patient, and complete the table with the missing details. So you have to listen to this, okay? And here also, just like we had in English Central, you can choose the speed. So here it is set at normal. But if you want to practice a little slower, like in the beginning, if it is difficult for you to follow the natural speed, then you can go a little slower. Like here, you can go to 0.87. Okay, and it will slow down the speed.
Good morning. Please come inside and have a seat.
Good morning.
Now see, if I do it with normal speed, it will be slightly faster.
My name is Claire. I'm a nurse here, and I'm going to ask you a few questions before you see the doctor.
Please do.
Right? Now, the problem that happens with YouTube and other videos is that there are just the videos. You don't have any activities, you don't have any questions. So how do you, make sure that whatever you have heard is correct or not? This website helps you with that. See, you have here questions. What is patient's name? Now, in listening part, you're particularly listening for specific details. What is their date of birth? What seems to be the problem? Is it an acute type of discomfort? So you answer these questions and then you can see the answers from the audio script. Okay, here. So this is a very useful resource where you can improve your listening and speaking. And then now let's see how you can improve your reading. Now see, this is a reading activity. And here you have some vocabulary exercise. So you have to read it, like here it says poor and late hospital blank information is putting patient at risk. Now here I have to choose which one would be the right word. So poor and late hospital blank information. Can I say leaving information? No, it doesn't collocate. Can I say medical information, transfer information? But it says this is about care, fear over hospital discharge. So keeping the title in mind, discharge seems to be the most suitable word. Now, how this will help you is it will help you improve your reading speed, okay, and your understanding of collocations. Generally, how we can read faster is being aware that after this word only should come. For example, if it is discharge, we would expect discharge procedure, we would expect discharge education, we would expect discharge summary. These, the words that we join together are called collocations. So doing this activity will help you develop that understanding of collocation and read faster. Then there is another activity here. We go back to hospital procedures. Okay. Now you have a reading comprehension here. So here you have the question, what is the main problem with discharge notes? Now for this, you have to go back to the passage and answer the questions. So this will help you with your understanding of reading and part B and part C of OET reading. Next, you have the model answer. Now, if you don't understand what is the problem, you can read that text here, okay? And the answers are highlighted in the text. So you will be able to understand where you went wrong, what was the problem. Similarly, you have listening activity here, as I told you earlier. So listening, reading, and then you have speaking. So in speaking, it says, make a list of questions. Okay, you have 3 steps here. Try to come up with further questions to complete the patient's family history. Now, this is coming in the sequence. Right now, I have shared it just in between, but see, in the listening, you have admitting a patient. So you already have some questions here. Then it gives you the model answer. So you have the questions here. Now it says after that, you have to make more questions and how you will be making it. Okay. And then you have the reading activity. So picking up one topic like hospital procedures, you have all 4 modules activity there. You have some listening, you have some reading, some speaking. Again, this website doesn't require any paid subscription. You just have to log in by creating your login ID and password. This doesn't allow you to log in with Google, I suppose. So you have to create your ID and password for this one. Okay, any question about this platform? I've shared the link in the chat box, so you should be able to access it from there. And although you might feel like, okay, this has nothing to do with OET, believe me, this is the right way of working on your English. Okay, because test taking skills, as I said, we have enough on our student portal. So And you don't need to go anywhere beyond this, beyond the student portal for test taking skills, the exact exam like question. If you want to improve your reading listening skills, the one way of improving it is doing activities like this. Okay, shall I move on to the next platform if there are no questions here?
Can you please repeat the name of the first book which you said? It is OET Test Guide for.
It is by Cambridge for nursing.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So next one. Now, all of the material, like most of what we discussed so far, was from Europe. So the accent that you will be having would be mainly the European accent. What about accents which come, which is generally seen um, or used by people in Australia? So in OET for the listening exam, listening A, B, and C, you can have any accent, not necessarily the UK accent. So this particular website is from Australia, and therefore here all the listening activities you have has Australian accent in it. The name of the website says Doctors Speak Up. This is the website. Okay, and then you have to go to navigate. If you click on navigate, this is the screen that would open. And you have communication activities, you have grammar activities, you have vocabulary activities, and pronunciation. And here it is topic wise about alcohol, about depression, about sexual history, and about back pain. So let us do this one for alcohol. And in communication, let us choose signposting. Okay. So here we have activities on signposting. What are the words that you can use for signposting? Right? When you do your one-on-one speaking, you might have heard this from a lot from us that you're not using signposting. See here you have that. First, we will talk about your pain. Then I'll examine you. And then we can talk about the ways to treat the problem. Now that we have identified the problem, we can discuss treatment options. So you have different expressions, okay, that you can use. And you should be making a list of this expression in your book. And obviously there will be, some phrases which you find that you are more comfortable with. So in that case, you can choose any of one, like here you have 10 different expressions. But if you feel that, okay, out of these 10, I'm comfortable with 5 expressions and I cannot really speak the other 5. So just make a note of those 5 expressions and practice it. And then here you have a little activity, like, which is, telling the patient, like with let me. So you can make a sentence using let me. You can make a sentence using can I? Can I ask you about a few, like, can I ask you about your lifestyle? So here you have to rearrange. This is an activity where the words are all jumbled up and you have to rearrange this and make a complete sentence. And then you should be using it when you are giving information to the patient. More expressions you can see here. Then using if anything. Okay, and you also have pronunciation.
Were you feeling particularly low before the accident?
No, if anything, I was feeling more positive about things.
Right? So you can listen to the Australian accent and practice that as well. Again, go back to navigate and see whatever you want to practice. You have listening audios there. You have a lot of language input, like what kind of sentences and phrases you should be using. and then you can practice using that for yourself. The only feature that is not available in this website is, the one which is there on English Central, which records your voice and gives you feedback. I think it's motivating if somebody is giving you feedback, whether whatever you're doing is right or wrong. But this particular website has a lot of different expressions, and just listening to those audios can be very helpful in remembering those expressions and using it in your speaking. This also has some examples on back channeling. See, these are the very common things we have been teaching you in speaking, isn't it? So here expressions like okay, right, really, these are all examples of back channeling. And then you can practice the same while listening it.
Can you tell me about your family?
I'm married with 3 kids.
Okay.
Right? So if you want to practice, you can say it's my turn now and pause and practice. If you don't want to practice, just go ahead. And this has grammar as well in it. So here, if you go to the grammar, you have present perfect progressive tenses, you have questions, you have question formation. If you go to the question formation, you have how you start questions with, right? And these little activities, like here it says how are, and you have to choose one from here. So instead of just listening, this is, I think, more engaging, because what happens is when you're just listening to YouTube videos, you might, like your attention might not be good enough, you might lose focus on things. But when there are activities, you know that you have to answer the question, so you'll be more careful. Okay, so you will be putting your answer, picking up from here, and then write your correct answer. This is drag and drop. Okay, so like for example, here it says how are. Okay, so here, how are you generally? So you put it here. Then what kind of intercourse? Okay, so here you have the answer. Did you? So you have to choose from here. Did you? One would go, did you notice anything at the time? Okay, you put it here. And you can the answer from that. Also, another problem that a lot of you have while speaking is when you are using medical jargons. So this is a little feature here helps you with that. Like if it is pharyngitis, how would you explain it to the patient? You can't say pharyngitis, so you have to say sore throat. Very useful website this is. And you can do it all on your own. You don't need any teacher for this, because it gives you feedback. It tells you which answer is right or wrong. So you get to know the answer immediately. Okay, check answers, and it will tell you whether, but I have to complete all of them. Like here it says, please answer every question. So first I have to answer all of them, and then it will tell me whether it is right or wrong. Okay, so we discussed 4 different resources today. 2 of them are mainly for speaking and listening, and the other 2 which I suggested are comprehensive. It has reading, it has grammar as well. Yes. And the course which I discussed on Future Learn also has writing activities in it towards week 3 and 4. It will be helpful in writing as well, like writing sentences for your referral letters, using correct grammar while writing sentences. Okay, now let me know if you guys have any questions.